Hi guys, and happy Friday. It is so remarkably hot here that it is just it's too hot. It's like 106 and it's just too much. And I was out on the deck. Well, I was out and about this morning in the Jeep whose air conditioning doesn't work. And by the time I was home by 11, but it was still so hot that I was yeah, I said, I just get me home. The same as the other day. It just got so hot. And I was on the deck for a little while talking to my cousin who wanted to make the stromboli. And she needed instruction. She wanted instruction over the phone. So that's what we did, step by step. So I was on the deck talking to her, making the stromboli. Um, all the way through the process until it came out of the oven. And she sent me a picture. And I said, okay, go eat. I'm going inside because I can't take anymore. Oh my God. So, yesterday, was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. It might have been 2 days ago. I don't know. I went to the Hawthorne Thrift and I found absolutely nothing. I walked in, I walked out. I walked around a few times, found nothing. So on my way home, I went to the local. But while I was at the Hawthorne Thrift, I said, let me stop in Rainbow. Rainbow is this weird store that we have here. You probably have it by you. It's called Rainbow Shops. It's like, I don't know. Most of the time I don't find anything there because the stuff is really cheapy. But when they have their summer clearance, I like to look because you never know, you know. And I was lucky enough to find two of these Brooklyn shirts. Look at this. It's awesome. Look at it. Oh my God. And it's cotton, you know, not that polyester crap that everything's made out of today. So I got two of these Brooklyn shirts. I got this green one, which I love. This will be perfect for autumn. I got two of these. I got a white one with black writing, and I got the green one with white writing. And I love these. You know how much they were? $3. So I was pretty happy about that. $3 a piece. And these will probably become favorites in the fall. So, I went to the local on my way home, and I found a couple of fun things. I found this little guy, this little Asian ceramic. You know, I love these things. I always put them here and there in the plants or in the yard somewhere. And he's going to go by my my fountain, my Ent. He's beautiful. I don't know if you can see him that far away, but he's so cute. I also got this beautiful thing. Now, when I was a little kid, my grandmother collected, let's put this on, maybe it would be even better. I tried to put a lot of light in here today because I know it's kind of dark in here sometimes. So I put the ring light and the main light, and I'll put this on too. And I have my water ripples, my water effect on the ceiling behind me, which always is very peaceful with spa. I do that a lot. Can you see it? I think you can. I found, my grandmother collected pictures when I was a little kid, and when I find beautiful old ones, I grab them, especially if it's from a place that I've been many times. And this is from the Bear Mountain Inn, which is a beautiful old lodge in Bear Mountain, New York. And it's so beautiful. And this was by Shenango Pottery, okay? And Shenango, let's see, from 1902 to 1961, they were making beautiful pieces of pottery, a lot of which was for restaurants and stuff. It's the heavy duty kind. And there's a number on the bottom, 116. Now that could mean November of 2000, what am I saying? November of 1906 or January of 1916. So this is probably from January 1916 because Bear Mountain Inn premiered, it had its premiere in 1915. So it makes sense that for the first year they would see how the business was and then have these kind of things made. So this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It has a picture of the Bear Mountain Inn on it. It says Bear Mountain Inn. It has all the early markings, pre-50s markings on the bottom. I looked it all up. These were made in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, this particular pottery, and January of 1916. Beautiful, beautiful. Very excited about it. I found 7 pieces of Homer Laughlin diner china. 7 pieces in perfect condition. I only brought the one because they weigh a ton, and they're in perfect condition. Their rings are not, washed off over time. It's just absolutely glorious. So 7 pieces of this, and it thrilled me because I love the diner china. You can't beat it up. It is the heavy duty, the best kind of plates to have. And I love this shape, and I'm just so excited about this. You never get a stack of them taped together like I did. You buy one at a time, and they're usually, priced one each, and I got all 7 for $7.99. So I was thrilled, and Raymond knows I love this stuff. All right, I found this. This is so remarkable. This is a mid-century ballerina, okay? I thought, when I first saw her, I thought she was a wall hanging. But if you look at these heavy-duty bolts on her back, I don't know if you can see them from this far, but she's got these bolts. Here, I'll bring it forward. These bolts on her back, you see that? That means she was probably bolted to a door. She was probably a door handle. And the other side probably had a ballerina going the opposite way. There were probably 2 of these. And I'm thinking a theater, or a dance studio. The handles for the door. Oh my God, how beautiful is that? I've been racking my brain, think about where I want to put her, because I want to use her as a handle. It's absolutely glorious. Look at that. So we just grab her. See, here's where it would go this way. So just grab her, open the door. And probably one went this way, one went this way. Just amazingly beautiful. And having gone to dancing school when I was a little kid, this really, really drew me right away. So I was pretty excited about that. I thought that was so beautiful. And I just thought she was a 50s wall hanging. You've seen a million of this kind of thing. But a mid-century wall hanging. But then I saw those bolts on the back, and I said she was a door handle. How cool is that? Very, very, very cool. All right, so what did I do this morning? Oh, Code Orange, guys. A little Code Orange. But a new Code Orange at Marshall's. Oh my goodness, there was stuff out in Marshall's. There were some very cool things, especially the little DJ skeleton. I loved him. But I don't really have a place for him. But some of you might love that. And so check out Marshall's. Very, very cute. And I took you along with me.
attention, please. Beware of the bass and boom. May I have your attention, please? Beware of the bass and boom.
Today we're drinking a Brooklyn Brewery, Brooklyn Lager, one of my favorite breweries. Brooklyn Brewery and the Coney Island Brewery, two of my favorites in the world. So what did I get at the, I didn't get any Halloween things. There were some cute things, but there was nothing that, really jumped out at me. I did like the DJ guy, but like I said, I don't have a place for him. The other thing I bought over there was a sundress, because all the sundresses are on sale right now, and I just love my sundresses. I wanted to show you his full, when I showed him to you the other day, Sunday, he just did like a little brief part of his thing. So I'm going to show you the whole thing of his whole presentation. These little guys. Here we go.
Let's sing it, boys. It's a full moon night on Halloween. The three of us can make you scream. We'll be everywhere on Halloween night. The three of us to scare you with fright. On Halloween night. On Halloween night.
It's absolutely adorable. Let's sing it, boys. So cute. I love that. And I wanted to play you the whole thing because on the what do you call it, try me thing, doesn't play the whole spiel. So all right, so after Marshall's I went to the other Rainbow down the street, and because I wanted to find more of those Brooklyn shirts. I wanted to see if they had a black one, because so I wanted to see if they had a black one. They didn't, but I bought this dress, I bought another dress, and I bought some really fun sunglasses, which I will wear when I'm outside. I can't wear them in here because I can't read a damn thing, so without my reading glasses. So I wear them in the Atomic Lounge the Aloha Bar. Petey has something very exciting to show us, and so we'll do that as soon as the temps go down a little bit, because I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to see it myself, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Speaking of that, Petey sent me this beautiful Paul McCartney single. It's called Only Love Remains. It's so beautiful. He sent this to me after I did my video about, complaining about nobody giving a crap, at the store. Peter contacted me and said, I'm so sorry if I wasn't, he's the only one that actually apologized for, no, I can't say that. He apologized to me, but so did Elena. She apologized and said if I said or did or didn't say anything, or the right thing, whatever. She did apologize. And Petey apologized profusely, like, I'm so sorry if I wasn't sensitive enough, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, a couple of days later, he sent me this. And Only Love Remains. And it's such a beautiful song. And it means a lot to me, because only love remains. Yeah, Skeety's gone, but his love remains. And it's just really special, and has a picture sleeve, and it's beautiful, and Petey sent that to me, so that was really a really sweet gesture, because we all know Petey's a sweet guy. You guys have gotten to know him through the Aloha Bar and stuff. So that was a nice surprise, a really sweet surprise. All right. What else? I think that's all I did this morning, because it got so hot. I said, let me just go back home. I'm going home. And like I said, I talked to my cousin for a couple hours, helped her make the stromboli over the phone. And I said, we're having a massive heat wave. And she said, yeah. Well, she comes from Jersey, of course. She now lives in Florida. And she said, yeah, New Jersey heat waves are worse than Florida, than Florida's steady temperature. I said, yeah, we're in a major heat wave right now. And she said people in Florida never believe her when she says that Jersey heat waves are worse than Florida weather. They say, yeah, right. And she goes, no, because they usually only last for a few days, and then it stops, and she's right. So anyway, let's talk about recent reads. I've read Does the Noise in My Head Bother You by Steven Tyler. I enjoyed this book so much. Reading this, if you know Steven Tyler at all, reading this book was like listening to him speak to you. So this was really, really fun, really enjoyable, because like I said, I was always a huge fan. So this book was great. This was really great. I loved it. Then I read You Will Not Have My Hate. I talked about this before. This was written by a journalist whose wife was killed at the Bataclan. And it was written so beautifully. And I related to it very much because he was grieving. This was written from the point of a grieving spouse. I was grieving over Skeety, and this book resonated with me to no end. And like I said, this is the one I read in an hour. Beautiful book. Very, very great. The book I Didn't Want to Write by Erwin Larher. This was also about the Bataclan terror attack. This was someone that was actually shot inside the Bataclan, and his journey to recovery. And this was written like he's a very unique person. And I've seen interviews with him. You can see interviews with him on YouTube. And he... the end of the book, I was like, I didn't like that ending, whatever. But then when I watched his interview, I liked him a lot more. Like, the book is written from what he was thinking through the entire thing. It's a very weird book to read because he goes back and forth between the moment and outsiders' thoughts, and it's a little bit tough, but I really enjoyed it. And once I saw that interview with him, I liked him so much better. Like, I understood where he was coming from, and it's just intense. So that was pretty fun. Then I read Parish Priest. I showed you this. I had found this at the thrift. This book I read through very quickly. It was a really good book. This is about Father Michael McGivney, who actually founded the Knights of Columbus back in the 1800s. So he was an Irish American. Well, his parents were Irish immigrants. He was born here, but he was a very devout Catholic priest. He founded the Knights of Columbus. This was a fascinating story, and I loved this. I read this very quickly. I really couldn't stop reading it. And right now, I'm reading Terror in France, The Rise of Jihad in the West. This is very disturbing, very upsetting, but you know me, I like nonfiction, and this goes into the politics of France and what really prompted the terror attacks. And it's really, you know, it mirrors the United States in many ways, like where when the right wing takes power, terror rises. So this is very, very interesting to me. I think I'm about a third of the way through it. Another one that's really hard to put down. But this one is more, how do you call, well, this is put out by Princeton University Press, so that tells you it's more of a scholarly book. So it's not an easy read for a lot of people, but I'm really enjoying this. This is like just fascinating. Fascinating. So that's what I'm reading now. You know, I have to read. I have to read constantly. It keeps me going. It's like we have to keep our minds occupied. My mother reads so many books a week, but she reads, you know, nonfiction. I mean, fiction, and that is not my thing at all. Once in a while, I'll read a cute nonfiction book, like fiction book, like The Life of Santa Claus or something like that around Christmas. But for the most part, I only read nonfiction. I'm only interested in learning. And that's why I read nonfiction. So anyway, guys, that was my day. Little bit of Code Orange showing up. I was going to stop in TJ Maxx too, but it was just so hot. I said, forget it. I'm getting out of this Jeep like now. And this beautiful thing from Peter, Paul McCartney, Only Love Remains. So sweet. So, anyway, guys, that's it for me. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Friday. I hope you have a glorious weekend. Comment, subscribe, spread the love. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. Till next time, remember, I love you all so very, very much. And I'll see you all next time.